Okay, looks like I am live. I do apologize for the delay in getting started. I was not getting a good connection over the Wi-Fi, so I had to run in the house and get the USB dongle. Hopefully the camera's in a good position for you to see what's going on here. As time goes on, it gets a little darker outside. The lighting should get better on the inside so that the bright light from the garage windows doesn't overpower everything. Let's see, I'm going to turn off my external speakers here just because I know the might get a little bit of feedback loop. I'm going to go ahead and put on a little bit of background music. Not too loud, just a little bit there. I'm going to have to probably mute myself when I use the power tools. So let me get back to the comments here. And let's see, bring up Rumble just to make sure that if anybody chats there, I can see it. Give me a second here. I'm also standing directly in the flow of the AC, which is kind of nice. All right. Okay, so the project I have to get done I need to make this a presentation display box so that they can use this as an attendance counter at the event I'm going to in a couple of days. So I got the wood cut. I think I got all the tools I need to do this. So I'm going to try and get this at least done where the glue can dry overnight or whatnot, and then I'll get it painted like the next day or two. Might even wait till we're actually out there, but I really need to get this done before I do anything else, because while I can wait till I get back to actually finish warping up the Takadai, this has to be ready when we go. So alrighty. So oops. This is going to be the end. It's going to fit over like this. I'm going to set this out of the way while I work on the other parts. And I do apologize. I'm going to be probably moderately distracted. Actually, yeah. As I try and get everything done, I will try and remember to hit the mutes when I need to. If there's any accidental over volume, I will apologize in advance, but I will try and get them. So I think the first thing I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and drill and do the tube of the box. Yeah, the tube of the box, because I can cut out the window for the numbers after the fact, after that's glued and that's stable, and I know where it's going to fit in there. Okay, that'll work. It's a bit warm, so I am... thank you. I'm not at full brain processing power right now, but I will do my best. And I will try and check the chat regularly, so if anybody has any questions or anything they want to talk about, feel free to do so. This is the hole saw I'm going to use for the where the crank goes. Get this open while I'm thinking about it. I'm not going to use the knife. I'm going to use the tin snips. Sorry, the tin snips. I'm less likely to cut myself with them. Every time that AC glass hits me in its oscillation, I feel my IQ go up like about 2 points and my exhaustion level go down just a little bit. I'm hoping as time goes on and the garage actually cools down, my cognition should go up a bit more. Should be able to think more clearly. Not quite open enough yet. There we go, that should be enough. And the hole saw is free from the anti-theft packaging. And I did just eat dinner, so I should be good for that. Okay. All right. It's going to be the front side. Let's at least be reasonably nice about this. All right, so 3/4, so 3/8 up from the bottom. And let me guess, I did leave my inch tape measure in the house. Okay, so 3/8 up from the bottom. There's 3/8 on there. So mark here and mark here. Yeah. And here, because the rule I've got is not quite long enough. All right, so this is 21 inches. So I can do every 3 inches. And if I don't do the corners, that's 5 screws. That should be a reasonable amount. Okay, so line it up and 1 at 3, 6, 9. Yeah, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And 18 inches. Okay, I got my spots for the put the pre-drill in. I already have the right size drill in here. I could use that, but this is just for pre-drilling. Make sure I'm not actually going to drill into my equipment. Drill noise too loud? Forgot to turn on the mute. And I just dropped the drill on the floor because I stepped on the cord. Ooh, we're up to 4 people. That's good. Oh, and thank you everybody. The live stream yesterday netted me about 23 viewer hours, which every little bit helps. Also wanted to thank you, Texas Nana. I appreciate the fact that you've been watching my back catalog, so to speak. And thank you for the comments you do. Lets YouTube know that my older stuff is also of interest to some people too. All right. And we'll just do this side too. Same as before. do markings at 3/8, 3/8, and 3/8. The other ways this live stream is helping me is if you guys weren't on, I would probably just be sitting here reading the computer, trying to stay awake. Okay. I think I'm going to have to start taking the modafinil like at about 9 o'clock in the morning, because when I take it at 4, I kind of run out of steam at about 2 to 3 in the afternoon. Okay, so 6. Nine, 12, and 15. Okay, that's reasonable enough. Let's go ahead and try and actually hit the mute this time. Thank you, that's very nice. That is extremely annoying, and why you need to be careful in the shop. The pilot drill broke off when it hit the ground. I do have a spare, I just need to remember where I put it. Because I did have it with the screws, but I may have set it somewhere else. I'm going to move this out of the way so I don't accidentally break it. I'm pretty sure I left the other one at least reasonably close, so I could get to it if I needed to. The question is just figuring out where that safe place is. Ah! Right by the keyboard. And there we go. And so I don't accidentally drop this with enough force to break it, let's go ahead and take this out just to be on the safe side. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to Oh, I did finally have to change the battery pack on this yesterday. I am going to go ahead and use a little bit of glue and clamp the bottom edges of the box together to where it makes like a U shape, and then I'll screw in the screws. Move this out of the way. I'm not going to use a lot of glue, just a little bit to assist the screws. All right. I'll go ahead and apply it to this board directly. Hope you folks can hear me reasonably well. Don't want that thick of a bead. And because I'm lazy and don't feel like cleaning up my hands all that often, I'm going to take a quick pause here. And use a handy dandy nitrile glove. All right, let's see if I can clamp this properly. Or at least effectively. I'm not sure how proper I'm going to be. Okay. Okay. Making sure the edges are even. And I'm clamping directly on this bottom piece so it doesn't like fold it over or pop it out like that. All right, now's the fun, tricky part. Can I get the second clamp on without messing it up? Okay, that looks reasonably aligned. And yes, these are relatively oversized clamps, but I needed big ones and haven't been able to afford to get the smaller ones yet. All right, that should work as a nice prop here. Okay, clamping direction is lined up. Looks like it's bowing out just a little bit in the middle. So I have another clamp I can use. It's not the ideal clamp for wood, since it doesn't have any soft surfaces, and this is soft wood, but I think it's large enough. I can maybe not. It may not. Okay, yeah, I can use scrap pieces of wood as buffers. Now, at least on one side. Let's see. Is there anything in this padded envelope? Angle gauge. I'll just use a piece of cardboard. A lot of these filament boxes are empty. All right, so put that back there. Get this kind of lined up enough. Sneak this in here. Lower just enough that I can get to the holes above and below where I'm clamping to screw in. Alrighty. And got a little bit of glue squeeze out at the back. Clean that up real quick. All right. Give that a minute or two. See if I missed anything. Okay, good. The audio is good. Glad to hear that. All right. Looks like we just lost. We had 2 people extra, or 3 people, and then they went away. Oh well. Ooh. Yeah, that's something I should have thought of. All right, let's loosen this up again. The top of the box was kind of curving in, so I'm putting the top piece on for at least a stabilizer. Now I can clamp this back again, and that should keep it relatively square and stable. This wood has been slightly bowed from humidity and being in the store and whatnot. All right, so let's go ahead and start screwing in some of the holes, or putting some of the screws in. All right, so there we go. Trying to get them where they're only just flush under the surface. I don't want to go in too far, it'll just crush a lot of fibers and not look good. I just realized this top one is almost out of its clamp shoe, or the contact shoe for the fix that real quick while I'm thinking about it. I don't want this clamp to suddenly slip off. The issue is this red plastic piece, it almost slid all the way off. All right. And I think I can get at least 2 more screwed in on this side. I try not to let it slip, because if it slips, it tends to chew up the Phillips slot on here. That's why I tend to prefer, when I can get them, something like a Robeson drive, where it's like a square, or a Torx drive. They're much better at not slipping out and chewing up the head. All right. Let me give this a right turn. And I'll get some screws in on the other side. That was fun. Whacking my head on the clamp bar. Not very hard. I haven't really been using much in the way of power tools, but since I'm starting to get to the point where I'm going to, while these glasses are essentially rated for the durability requirements for safety glasses, they don't have the wings. So I'm going to pause for a minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and head out and to my car and grab the proper safety glasses. I'm also going to grab something to drink. So, hey, Mari, nice to see you on. Welcome to the stream, back to the stream. Let's see. All right, so I'll run in, run out, grab the glasses. Ooh, that AC is nice. I will run out, grab the glasses, grab something to drink, and be right back. It'll probably be about 2, maybe 3 minutes. So I thank you for your patience. now. Hopefully that's working again. All right, let me catch up here on the chat. Thank you. All right, yeah, I forgot when I walk too far away, since the microphone I use is Bluetooth, it loses connection. So sorry about that. A little bit of caffeine, a little bit of hydration. All right, so I'll remove the middle clamp and see if I can't screw that in and get the rest of the screws in, and then I'll start on the top portion of it. All right. Let me quickly get a screw in the center so it doesn't pull apart too far. All right, looks like I'm doing good there. Let's get these other screws in, and I can take the clamps off. This is nowhere near Rob's level of woodworking quality. This is quick and dirty. And I'm going to use white paint to cover up my sins. There's a little bit of a gap here. Depending on how much I get done tonight, I might put a little bit of glue and reclamp this corner here. I don't know. All right, all the screws are in. I'm going to go ahead and put a thin bead of wood on here. I'll put this in, then I'll mark it up and drill the pilot, or put a thin bead of wood on this. I'll mark it up, put in the pilot holes, and screw those down. Then I'll have the tunnel of the box. Let's see. Okay, that side goes in. I do apologize if the camera angle isn't that great. I think I can improve it a little bit so you can see more of what I'm doing. See if I can do this without killing myself. All right. There we go. That should be a little better. Sorry if the drill press is in the way. Put the glue glove back on. Not so much for not cleaning up glue. I want to get it on spots I don't want it on. All right. So, thin bead. And thin bead. Also, it helps when I'm trying to explain what it is I'm doing. It also helps get it kind of a little more organized in my head. So I appreciate you folks being here to help me with that as well. And a very slight mismatch on length, but not a serious problem. It'll be more than adequate for what I need. All right, so I've got some nice tension on there. I don't necessarily have to clamp it. It'll screw in very well on its own. I just need to mark my marks. I've got the AC on max. Okay. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. Nope, my drill press chuck key is much too large for the hand drill. And all right, that's in. Put the chuck key back. There we go. Don't wrap the cord around your legs. Sorry, I forgot to mute again. I'm going to have to listen to the audio for this afterwards and see how horrible I was to you folks. All right. Let's do the pilot hole on the other end. This time I will mute it. There we go. I will go ahead and mark up the other side as well, drill the outer corners, and screw that in, and I'll drill the other four holes on each side, and I'll get there. $15 and $18. All right. Let's mute up again real quick. All right, mute is off. Heck with it. Wrong spot. Alright, pilot hold time. And mute so I don't kill your ears. Okay, folks, your ears should be safe for a while. One, two, three, four. I might have enough screws tonight, I might not. Bought a box of 100 about 2 weeks ago, and I'm almost all the way through them. Got 8 screws left. 9 if I want to dig that one out of the garbage can. Alright, that's good for now. Okay, so the theory is the number counter goes like this. So the number counter goes like this, and that's interesting. There we go. Well, it's still large in the end. I might have to trim it. But the theory is, I might have to shave off some of the end on this box. Looks like it might be just a little bit too long. That's going to be fun to do. I'm not sure I've got a good way to do that. If I get a taller nut for this end, that should work fine and line it up. Don't have to do that. So anyway, I have holes on each end, and I'm going to have a hole here and a crank. Let me grab the crank real quick. See where I put that. That's the problem with having a dirty shop. You can't always find everything when you need it. Yeah. All right. Put it back here. Sometimes the way my pattern recognition goes, something can be in front of me and I just won't see it if I'm not expecting that particular configuration. I had it here. It was sitting on top of the anvil, along with the box, the box of drills. I moved the box of drills, but it's not with it anymore. I don't think I would have moved it far. Did it fall off? I knew I was going to be using it, so I would not have moved it out of here. Would I have moved it to a safe place? Okay. Yeah, chocolates are still semi-molten. All right. Did it get knocked off here? I do apologize, but I do want to make sure this actually works where I'm going for it. Let me move these out of the way before I trip over them. I'll put them back where I've been keeping them. Okay, it's a red crank handle. Okay, not here. That's red, but it's a box knife. It's on top there. Ah! Found it. It was hidden. Okay, so the handle will wind up here as a crank once I take the nuts off, or one of the nuts, so that can be used. All right. So, and on one of these faces, I'm going to drill some holes and use a jigsaw to cut out a rectangular slot for that so people can see the numbers. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to do a quick Sharpie marking. So all right, so actually I want to rotate this 90 degrees since that looks like it's the best configuration. All right, so all right. numbers line up there. And I am going to very carefully with this pick, put a little punch so that I can drill a hole there that I need. There we go. That's there. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna just go ahead and okay. All right, so sorry, just trying to think through things. I've got these as like locator pins that are going to go in this spot here, come from the other side and lock that in so it can't accidentally spin in the box. So I believe this is 3/16. Yeah, 305 as opposed to 312. 3/16 drill will work. 3/16 drill then. Sorry, my mistake. 5/16, not 3/16. It's 312 is the dimension I'm looking for, not 187. All right. So since this is a small enough drill hole size that I can go through the center of the drill press without a problem, I am going to do this real quick. And this larger drill, 1-inch spade bit out. Put that there. All right. Three-sixteenths drill is in the chuck. And platen has been moved to where the drill can go in. Doesn't quite go all the way past the platen. So there we go. Lock the platen in place. Drill speed is a little slow, but we will deal with that. And line this up with the hole I punched. There we go. And since you do not want what you're drilling in to rip out of your hands and go flying around with the drill, speed or drill rotation, and whack you, cut you, whatever. Always clamp your work on a drill press, or have some form of positive hold and stop. Don't necessarily have to have a bunch of them, but you need at least one. All right. Not quite there. Let's move that just a little bit that way. There we go. Hole is lined up. Clamp on. Probably should speed up the drill. You really do want fast tools in wood. Okay. So the hole is in. Use deburr tool real quick. And I just had that pin. Where did I set it down? There we go. All right. So the pin holds like that. And the board here sticks out about that far. I am going to probably epoxy in some magnets to help it hold in place. There we go. And that looks like it'll hold it pretty nicely. So I'm going to check real quick with the driver. There we go. Looks like we're down to 2 people. I guess I'm not quite as interesting as I was hoping. There we go. All right, so let's see. Okay, so that works reasonably well. It'll work better when it's sideways. So the next things I need to do is, all right. I might take this to work and see if I can't get a little bit of assistance there. Actually, let me... All right, so that's the front side, that's the bottom. Okay. And I realized I forgot to get the hinges I was planning on getting. So I'll have to research those, but that fits there. Okay, that's the 0, 0 line. Okay, that's actually on the top. Okay, top to bottom is actually pretty good. So with a little bit of hinge, that should be fine there. All right, so I am going to use this for the center line. Get a center line here. Actually, yeah, this side's a little dented in, but that should still get me reasonably close. Basically, I'm measuring from corner tip to corner tip, and in roughly the middle of the block, just drawing an X. Though I think I'm going to up the drill speed before I actually... Alright, so... Whoops. That explains why that was so loose. Alright. Okay, so... Let's see what the recommended speed is for 1-inch hole in wood. I'm going to quickly use my phone as a flashlight because, hey, that's what you use really expensive equipment for. All right, so wood, 1-inch hole is 850 or 720. All right, so bottom on the left, second one up from left on the right. Okay, so at least it's not a bunch of moving around. Ooh, I see Runkles on. That's why people are leaving. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to run into Runkles' stream. So I'll leave this up for a little bit as I try and get this part done, and then I'll probably head in myself and figure out what else I need to get. I might still do this tomorrow night just to try and get this finished off, but I will definitely do at least one, possibly two more warping. There we go. Warping up for the Takadai, and I will try and get that done before I go. Turns out Friday day I might actually have a fair amount of free time available. Let's see. All right. So yeah, I might have a fair amount of free time available on Friday to at least get that going if I have issues before then. But I do want to get the Takadai at least set up so I can send Rob a picture of the first robot on there before I go on vacation. All right, so put this drill back in. Let's see. Want it reasonably close so I don't have to travel too far. And drill chuck key. This is not one of them, but a lot of drill chuck keys have a spring-loaded pin in them, so you can't leave it in the drill chuck, because it's always fun when you turn it on, it spins once or twice, gets some good speed going, and then just chucks that drill chuck at your chest. That's never happened to me. Nope, not at all. Alright, so I want this just off the platen so it won't drill into it. Alright. And let's see. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Apparently, I didn't have it clamped in on the platen. It was moving. Fortunately, I noticed that before it started digging in. Wouldn't have been a major problem on the fact it wouldn't have gone in the spot I wanted to go. All right, there we go. Let's try this again. Nothing wrong with the platen this time. It's just it wasn't quite lined up where I wanted it. Okay, there we go. That looks right. See if I can't clamp this without messing it up. Okay. Alrighty. Reasonably close. Forgot that. This one's got a screw that helps it suck it in when you got a drill, hand drill. So I'm going to take this out. There we go. I'm gonna use this to drill out the center. So the screw is not my issue. There we go. Let's try this again. There we go. Let's try this once more. There we go. Alrighty. Alright. That's not the best hole, but it'll work for now. Or it'll work for this. Hey, Green Goodman 1. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's why they named it that. Okay, so. Alright. I am going to use this to line this one up. Okay, so that looks good there. Okay, it's a little off center there. All right, so that looks like it's about where it's supposed to be. And I'm going to use an entirely unscientific method of doing this. Let's get this lined up here, and nice little circle for my hole drill. And theoretically, I might want to do this with a hand drill, but I'm going to try it with a drill press just to see what I can get, or at least enough to start it. Okay. Worst case scenario, if this doesn't work, I have enough wood, I can cut another piece. All right. This is a, looks like a 5/16 hex, not a 1/4 inch. So I have to open the chuck a little bit further than I had. There we go. All right. So let's make sure we can clear the platen, and let's raise it up so that, yes, we can punch through the wood there. All right. And oops, don't want to move it over. If I move it over too far, it'll cut into the platen with the saw. And I try to avoid that whenever absolutely possible. Saves wear and tear on your equipment. And I always considered it a sign of relatively how good or bad of a machinist you were, depending on how many holes you had milled into your mill table. All right, so that looks good there. All right, so I'm going to use this clamp here. And I'm going to use the other clamp on the other side because I really do not want this flying on its own. All right, so let's see. All right. Flatten over just a little bit. All right, that looks like it's about centered on that hole. Platen table is tight. And where did I put the other C-clamp? Over here. And all right, got to be nice and careful with this one. Go. There we go. Got the plug out there. Hey, Green Goodman, nice to see you. Thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment on that, and I hope that you're able to get to what you need to do, or get to where you can use your stuff the way you'd like to soon. All right. So let's unclamp this, blow the sawdust off. Metaphorically, I'm not going to use the air compressor to blow this off. Just going to dump it in the can. All right. This is not the best deburring tool for wood, but it'll work for the moment. All right. Did I get it lined up? It appears I did. All right, so then what I need to do with this is my miter saw does not have enough height clearance to do this. I can probably do it on a table saw. I might take it to work and see if I can't get like a couple inches shaved off, or not a couple tenths of an inch shaved off, or like a quarter inch shaved off. That should work for that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw in the one end. Actually, I'll screw in this end where the hand crank goes through, so I can like slide it in. And I am going to put little glue in blocks and screw in blocks of wood to like get it aligned, so you can open up, you can slide it in, and it locks in place there, and then the pin holds it in. So I say I'm probably about 85% done. This is doable. If not, I can take the stuff with me and finish it off where I get there. There's going to be a guy who has some woodworking skills. All right, so yeah. Okay. So I'm pretty close to being there. I need to also cut a slot in the front for the numbers, but I can like drill a hole, draw a rectangle, cut it out, look how much further I need to go, and then just kind of ease my way into getting up to that point. Yeah, this is definitely the speed of real life. So the AC has finally got this place reasonably cool. I had it set for 66. The chocolates I left as an experiment are mostly solid, so the temperature is probably below the temperature of melting chocolate, at least now, or it's getting solidified. All right, so the tentative plan is after work tomorrow, I have to do a quick constable thing, which should only take me about 15 minutes. I can get out the shop early, get that working. So I will finish this up tomorrow night. I'll take this to work with me tomorrow, see if I can get some help from some of the people there on lunch or whatever to do just a little bit of tweaking on that with a table saw that's reasonably good accuracy, and shave off like a quarter inch all around so my end is not too far. And I need to glue the pieces at the end. All right, so, and a hinge and clasp mechanism. Well, I suppose I could, I might have something that might work. I use these when I make takodais. These are threaded inserts. These are hardwood ones. These are designed for softwood. My question is if they're too large. Let me check something here real quick. Okay, these are for 5/16 18th thread. Let's see, there we go. Whoops. They're about 5/8 thick. This is 3/4. It's going to be close, but I think with the drill press, I can drill pilot holes for these and then insert them in. And then I can use regular screws to hold the face on the other end. That way I should be pretty good. So let's see what size pilot hole. Okay, it uses 18mm hex. I don't think that's 18mm. That is 8mm. Yeah, that's 8mm. Probably 18mm deep. Okay, let me look that up real quick, and then I'll call it a night. I'll have to use this one. All right, so it inserts. Pilot drill size. Okay. All right, so what size holes for inserts? Okay. Okay, these are SK 561818 HD. Let's see, SK 561818 HD. All right, so pilot hole size 15/32 to half inch and 3/4. I should be able to do that. All right, so 3 or 4 holes. Okay, that should work. All right, I think I'm good for that. Thank you, folks, for letting me work myself into doing that the right way. No, I'm not sure if I am or not. These are isotunes. They're designed as a shop environment. They're designed for noisy environments. They work as hearing protection without anything special. So they're not active noise reduction for listening. They're just basically, they've got inserts, foam inserts around them, and they are limited. You cannot turn the volume up too high to where it would theoretically damage your ear. So, trying to think if there's anything else I need to do tonight that that should be done tonight. All right, so let me make sure I have the right drill for 8s, 29/64. Okay, so 15. Okay, so 1/2 inch is my big one. All right, so I have to double check. Take a picture of that just to make sure so I can look it up later. All right. Okay. Got that number there so I can look all the details up I need for what I need to do with it. Got the holes cut. I'm going to take that to work with me in the morning. I will vacuum that up. Let me pause. Let me mute myself. There we go. Oh, you weren't throwing off my rhythm. I like actually answering questions. It lets me think about things that I'm not actively thinking about, and I occasionally synergistically come up with something that's useful, like I just did with the remembering I had these inserts that I wasn't normally using them because I'd ordered them before I realized they were softwood inserts, and the Takadais I build are hardwood, so I wasn't using them, but they are an appropriate size, and I can use them for this project. So, all right. Okay, so I think I'm good. It's about 9:20. I should probably catch a little bit of Ian's show and then call it a night. I got to get up early in the morning. I have to wake up at 4 to go to work. So, actually made decent progress. I got the box made. I just need to put the ends on and line up for the pins. Use this insert screws. On the other end, I'll just use glue and regular screws. I think I have some 5/16 threaded bolts already. Let me just confirm that. If not, I'll have to pick them up tomorrow. Actually do have a 5/16 18. All right, so just doing a quick check here. What do you know? These are the right size for what I'm going to do. All I need is some washers for them. I think I have washers this size. So, yep, that'll hold just fine. Woohoo! All right. Yeah, I'm not sure on that. I might go ahead and like redo the box down the road. It's going to be stored in a like a semi shipping trailer or shipping container. That's where a lot of this, or like not horse trailer, but horse trailer type trailers that are fully enclosed. So there shouldn't be too much humidity. It's not gonna. It's only gonna be exposed to the weather for like about 2 weeks a year. So. All right. So yeah, I think I'm in a good spot here. So I will go ahead and shut things down. And yeah, it's also should be protected from rain. It's going to be under a tent canopy, so I think we're good there. Thank you, Texas Nana. I appreciate it. I think I'm going to wrap it up tonight. I will probably be on tomorrow night too. Shop stream finishing this up. Hopefully, might transition into braiding stream or warping stream, but probably not. I want to take the. I got some snips to finish modifying the spools so that they will work the way I need them to. Because I'm not crazy enough to use a knife if I don't have to. Let me pop these off. Okay. All right, that should work for those. I don't want to use the aviation or tin snips on them because they've got a kind of toothed edge that leaves catch things. So, all right, we'll go ahead and end tonight. Thank you everybody for coming in. I really appreciate your help. Stay safe, happy braiding or happy woodworking or whatever you like to do. Have a good evening.